No one noticed when they came back. That was the first sign something was terribly wrong. Ayaan walked through the crowded streets of his city, surrounded by people rushing to prayers, markets, homes, yet none of them truly saw him. Cameras glitched when he passed, animals went silent, children cried for no reason. Inside his chest, something listened. Every prayer he whispered echoed twice, once in his own voice, and once in something older, deeper, not human. Across the city, David stood in a church he had visited since childhood. Candles flickered violently as he stepped inside. The stained glass windows vibrated, bleeding faint lines of red light. He raised his hands to pray. The words came out wrong. They were verses but rearranged, twisted. Each sentence carried a resonance that made the walls groan. Far away, Arjun sat alone by a river, staring at his reflection. His face shifted slightly when he blinked, just enough to reveal something beneath. Something waiting. They had been released, not as survivors, but as carriers. It began subtly. Religious gatherings grew unusually intense. People fainted, spoke in unfamiliar tongues, claimed visions of light from the sky. Ayaan noticed it during Friday prayer. As he stood in the mosque, the imam froze mid-sermon. His eyes rolled back, then he spoke, in a voice that didn't belong to him. "The sky has eyes." The congregation screamed. Ayaan felt a pulse inside his skull. Approval. David experienced it next. During Sunday Mass, the cross above the altar cracked down the middle. A cold wind swept through the church, though the doors were closed. People fell to their knees not in worship, but terror. David tried to stop it. He couldn't. Every time he spoke scripture, the air bent, shadows gathered. Faith didn't protect anymore. It summoned. Arjun saw the final sign. At the river, the water began to move against gravity, rising slowly, spiraling upward into the shape of a familiar symbol, one he had seen on the alien ship. The planet was answering a call. They met again at night. No messages, no calls. They simply knew where to go. An abandoned observatory. The place they were originally heading before the abduction. The dome creaked open above them, revealing the stars. Ayaan spoke first. "We were never meant to escape." David nodded, eyes hollow. "We're transmitters." Arjun's voice trembled. Faith isn't resisting them anymore. It's feeding them. The truth flooded their minds all at once. The aliens were not conquerors. They were cultivators. Belief generated energy, emotion, devotion, fear. Hope, and Earth was ripe. Different religions were never meant to divide humanity. They were meant to broadcast across frequencies. Ayaan fell to his knees. So what do we do? Above them, the sky rippled. The answer arrived without words. The stars aligned. The same hum returned louder this time, shaking the observatory apart. A massive tear appeared in the sky, revealing the living structure beyond reality. Not a ship, a gate. Millions around the world looked up and prayed. That was the mistake. The gate expanded, feeding on devotion. Cities lost power. Satellites fell from orbit. People screamed as gravity weakened. The voice returned, now broadcast across the planet. Harvest phase initiated. Ayaan screamed, trying to silence the prayers in his mind. David wept. "We did this." Arjun stared upward, calm in a terrifying way. No, humanity did. Figures began descending not physically, but mentally. People collapsed as something entered them gently, lovingly. Possession disguised as revelation. Inside the observatory, the three friends felt the pull. The aliens were calling them back, not as prisoners. As leaders, you may guide them, or you may end. End what? Themselves. Their existence anchored the signal. As long as they lived, belief would remain weaponized. Ayaan closed his eyes. If we die, the signal weakens. David nodded slowly. Faith was never meant to be controlled. Arjun smiled sadly, then let it end with us. The ground cracked as energy surged. They joined hands. For the first time since the abduction, the voice hesitated. Termination will reduce efficiency. That's the point, David whispered. They stepped into the light. The sky sealed shut. The gate collapsed. Across Earth, people felt something lift, like pressure releasing from the soul. The vision stopped. The voices faded. Scientists never explained the event. Religions called it a test. A warning, a miracle. No one remembered Ayaan, David, or Arjun. Except the universe, far beyond Earth, something ancient stirred. Faith had escaped control once. Next time, it wouldn't allow sacrifice.